So welcome back for today's session, ma. The yesterday or previous classes we learn about the importance of the documentation. The architecture will implement the architect. Okay, the architect will implement the architecture. But whenever a new person entered your project or your application, they should know what is happening, what is happened. Okay, what is the methodology you have taken, what is the algorithms you have taken, what is the modules you have been implemented, how will be the interaction of the different modules will be there, how you are going to get the output. So these are the questionnaire we may get in any mind of a new customer. That customer may be a stakeholder. A stakeholder is the one which will any user, the project manager, I repeat, architect, team leader, the customer, user, implementer, etc. We know about this. Okay, so in that way we have to develop your documentation so that everybody can able to understood your project or application, right? So now how we have to use views. What is a view, ma? A view is nothing but the collection of the elements. Okay, the elements in your software, the interaction between the software and the functionality of any element. So this comes under a view. For example, if you went to any new house, what will you observe? What are your views? What is the length of your rooms? Okay, what are the facilities in your house? So those are your views, right? Is it audible to you, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So yeah. So choosing the relevant views. So this is in this class we are going to learn about how to choose your views. See. So what are the relevant views? Means, for example, I am a team leader. What is my view regarding the project? Okay, so the team leader will take care of the modules of your project. Each module is going to be entertained by any team member in the team. Okay, he will take care of all the modules. What is the current status of the module? What is the functionality? How it is going to be present? How one module have to interact with the another. So this is a thing take care of by team leader by verifying all the team members data. Right. Here also, as we have a lot of stakeholders in your project, one stakeholder will view the documentation in different ways. So in the previous class I suggest that every documentation is not going to the same for every stakeholder. It is going to be vary from one to another, right? So this is where knowing your stakeholders and the users, the plan to make of the documentation will help you construct the documentation package they need. Okay. Now, so different views support different goals and uses. Yes, the stakeholder will, every stakeholder will have their own goals and views. So for that we have to prepare the documentation. The views you should document depend upon the users you expect to make of the documentation. So what is the use? What is the use of your documentation? What you are expecting from the documentation? What you want to learn? For example, if you went to any shopping mall, what is the documentation you have given? The price tag. That is enough for you. The price tag is enough for you. But whenever there is a payment of a bill of your product, the documentation for any money collector is the barcode. Based upon the barcode, he may know the product information, quantity, the cost, and the company also. So that is his requirement. So it's going to be depend, right? So stakeholders in the architecture documentation, they might found most useful. How? So we will see this. So this is a picture, very important concept in this is the one mark. So here we have a lot of stakeholders. One is a project manager, the member of a development team, the testers and integrators of different components or modules, the maintainers, product line application builder, the customer, end user, analyst, infrastructure maintenance or supporter, new stakeholder, current and future architect. Okay. So if any architect want to change a company, he may leave that. Okay, he may she or leave that. So the new architect will come. In that case, it is a one, right? So these are the things we have to view your project. Here, three types of views we have. One is the components or modules. Next one is the components and connectors. One is a single module or a component. Next one is a component in the connector view. And final one is the allocation. The allocation is the functionality of the module. So if you remember this, what is the architecture? The architecture is a collection of elements and their interaction and their functionality. Okay, the elements is the modules, connection is this one, connector and the what is a collections and connectors. Okay, and finally the allotment or functionality. Okay, in each level of view we have separate set of subclasses. Here, what is the use of this model? In which class it will come? How many layers it will take to define its modularity? What is the connectivity? The component in the connectivity view. The various connectivities will be there. And the allocation is a deployment. What is the deployment? Attaining the or assigning the work to any element based upon the module functionality. And finally, how the implementation of this module will take care of it. Okay, so this is a table. For example, if you observe, the project manager is there. Project manager. If you see this, the different words, different letters here have been used. D, S, O, X. What is the D? Detail information. What is the S? Some details. What is the O? Overview. And what is the X? Anything. Okay. D for detail information. S for some details. O for overview information. And finally X information. Detail information, who will go, ma? The total development team or a member of a development team will have to know about in detail nature. For example, see, the uses of the model, they should know. What is the class it will consider or it will comes under. The team have to know. The layer or number of layers of this module have to know by the team, development team. And various characters and the components have to in detail know by the development team. But whenever it comes to the allocation view, that is a deployment, there is no need to verify it by any development team. It is the work of the project manager who will take care of this deployment or implementation methodology. Right, ma? So in that case, the development team have to know about only some details only. No need to go in depth. No need to have depth knowledge of this concept. For example, if you see one more person called as an end user. End user don't know about the modules, the classes of the modules and layers of the modules. What he want to know? How one function will interact to another. A small information is needed to him, and finally how data is going to be processed. Means he should know how to give the input to the system, how to get the output from the system. So that is a minimum knowledge should be acquired by any end user to make his functionality in a better way. Right? In that case, they need only some information regarding the connectivity of how to give input and how to input will go to the any function. You should know. Okay, if you see this, the last one, the architect. So architect is the one who is a pillar or a centric of any methodology, or we can say algorithm or any implementation. He should know everything because the connectivity, the modules, functionality will take care of by the architect only. No other person will know in detail about him, right? We have to agree that, right? See, so for that we have a lot of Ds here. If you observe here, we have 5 Ds here. And the last one is the implementation. The architect will design the main concept of your software or application or project. He don't know about implementation. Okay, so the development team will take care of the implementation. So in that case, he should know only some details of your implementation, right, ma? So like that, based upon the different stakeholders and their targets and their environment and their requirement and their what is the involvement of their work. Okay, we should consider first, we have to develop the table here and we have to fill the values like this. Okay, so based upon this, we have to frame a documentation. So it is a methodology we have to follow by any project developer or any company. Okay, so to make the documentation, right? See, views can be divided into 3 groups. What are those? The module view and the component and the connector view. I repeat, the module and connector also we can say, because a module is nothing but the component only. We have to agree that. right ma? And finally the allocation view. So we have to clearly define what is the functionality of any module, right? And we should know clearly how it is going to be defined, how it is going to be worked. Right ma? So this three-way categorization reflects the fact that architects need to think about their software in at least three ways at once. What are those? These three, above three. What are those? Modules, components in the connector, and final one is the allocation. So the first one will take care of the units, how it is structured as a set of implementation units. The second one will take care of the behavior and the interactions. And finally, the third one will take care of the non-software structures environment, that is the deployment, moving data from one phase to another, right? Based upon the input you have taken, based upon your requirement, it is going to be vary from one to another, right ma? So these are the three views. Based upon the three views only, we have to divide the stakeholders requirement and their involvement in your project, right? See, here is a simple three-step procedure. So if you want to frame a table, we can't able to simply develop this table. Okay, there is a methodology, or we can say we have a lot of steps to follow to frame the table. But luckily, our author has been described this methodology in terms of three steps only. See this. One user produce a candidate view list. Next one is a combined view, and finally prioritize views. What is a candidate view? See, we have to find out the number of stakeholders we are going to use in our project first. How many stakeholders we have? What is the role of the stakeholder? Next one is the combined views. So one stakeholder is playing any role in any other view, we have to check that. For example, if you consider architect not only verify the module view, he also have to verify the connector and the component view also, right? He also have to verify the deployment view also, right? But he no need to consider about the implementation view. So like this, we have to, if there is any need of the combine, we need to combine that. And finally the prioritize. Prioritize means, so which one we have to give priority. Whether we have to give to the end user to make a documentation, whether we have to give the priority for the architect, whether we have to use any project manager priority to make the documentation, we have to decide that. Okay, later we have to start our work. So first, produce the candidate view list. See this. Begin by building a stakeholders or view table. Right, first of all, as we described in the previous table. Yes, for your reference, I have given the table 1 for your project, or the columns enumerate the view that apply to your system. So how many columns we have? We have totally around 3 plus 2 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 columns we have. If you observe the table, I will show the table one more time for your reference. How many columns we have totally? So 1, 2, 3, 2 plus 1, so 6 only ma. In the module view we have 3. In the component connector way we have 2. In the allocation, component connector way we have 1. In the allocation way we have 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are not fixed ma. So this may vary. This may vary, depends upon your requirement. Okay, it doesn't limit your presentation or documentation skills, but the minimum requirement is the table. So we have to check that whether these many things are involved or available in your documentation or not to satisfy any type of stakeholders. So that is the first thing you have to keep in your mind. Okay, right, see. So come back again to a previous topic. Some views such as decomposition or uses apply to every system. Yeah, the uses is not only applicable for the module, you can use the same in the connector view also. That is the author want to convey. So while others, that is connector and the component views, such as the client only, right? No need to verify about the client, but they have to consider about the architect and project manager, right? So once you have rows and columns defined, if you observe in the table, we have so many rows and 6 columns, right? So that is up to you how many stakeholders you want to include for your project, how many views you have to develop for your project. Once it is framed, then what you have to do, you have to verify the 4 values we have to be given. None, no need to verify by any stakeholders that view. Overview only, moderate, detail or in detail. Moderate means we can give the value as some detail. So we can see give the value as a O for this. It is X, none, N for this. It is S and it is a D. Okay, so like that we have to give any number of values, any type of letters based upon your requirement. There is no constraint for this. Okay, so next step is the combined views. If there is any possibility of combined views, as said previously regarding the architect. The architect will take care of not only the modules, not only the connection, not only the deployment. Right? Yes. So we have to check how much we can go depth, how much knowledge they need. Is there any possibility of combine this? Yeah, if you do so, it's a better only. Yes. See if the stakeholders could be equally well served by another view having a stronger constituency, right? If that is so, we can do this. So with this, combine means we can combine two or more views, right ma? So decomposition may be small or medium. If you want to combine more, it will be become as a medium or larger one. If you want to combine only 2 to 3 views, it can be small. That is up to you. There is no constraint in that. Yeah, the module decomposition view also pairs well with users or laid views. Yeah, in the 6 views we can combine any number. There is no constraint in them. Okay. Finally, prioritize. Yes. So in order to prepare documentation to satisfy every stakeholders, it is not at all feasible to prepare 10 to 11 documentation, right? We can prepare 2 to 3 documentation which can be understandable, which can be understood by any customer along with the team member, along with the project manager. Along with that, they have to involve all the stakeholders in a project. They have to involve all the stakeholders in a project. Now we have to decide in what perspective or in which view we have to start the documentation. Now it is the last step for us. So after step 2, you should have an appropriate set of views to serve your stakeholder communities, right? Okay, so at this point you need to decide what to do first, which one you have to give priority first. So how you decide depends upon the details specific to your project, but remember that you don't have to complete one view before starting another, right? So overview, in-depth information after going first, breadth first search. What is a breadth first search? My approach from left to right, from starting view to ending view, what we have to write. That is from module view to finally what is it, last view, deployment view or allocation view. We have to check in that approach. Okay, we have to start writing from that approach to satisfy every stakeholders. Also some stakeholders interest supersede others also. Okay, but no need to prepare n number of stakeholders documentation for to satisfy n number of stakeholders. Okay, we need to develop the documentation for 3 to 4 members only. That is enough, right ma? So that is about the relevant view of any documentation. So hope you understood what I said. So we have 3 types of views ma: module, component, the connector, and the allocation. Okay, so how many steps we have to follow? We have 3 steps to follow. What are those? First we have to identify the customers, okay, or candidate. Later we have to combine. Later we have to give the priority or the assign priority to them. So based upon that we can start documentation process. Okay now, so hope you understood, right? So in the next class we learn about the documentation process, right?